Hola a todos, mi nombre es Priscila de la Peña y yo formo parte del Servicio Social Promoción de Paz y hoy les voy a compartir el tema de ENIGMA. Y pues ya saben que si tienen alguna duda o pregunta me pueden contactar a través de mi correo electrónico que es a008263242@iteson.mx y con gusto les contesto sus dudas. Bueno, empecemos. Primero que nada, vamos a empezar definiendo qué es un enigma. Primero les voy a enseñar la definición tal cual en inglés, después vamos a pasar a la definición de su libro y después la definición en español. Bueno, esta es la definición literal. What is it? It's a German device used during World War II to encode strategic messages. One that is puzzling, ambiguous, or inexplicable. So as we can see, here we have an image, which this device was used during the war between the Germans, and this was their way from communicating. In Spanish, a lot of you may know it as Código Morse. So now the definition of your book. So enigmas are mysterious past events or situations that are strange and difficult to explain. They can be understood by reason and are usually controversial. People commonly formulate hypotheses about enigmatic past events, but in the end, some remain a mystery. Bueno, ahora el significado en español. Un enigma es el dicho o cosa que no se alcanza a comprender o es difícil de entender o interpretar, lo que se caracteriza por ser ambiguo o metafórico. La palabra enigma es de origen latín a enigma y esta a su vez del griego anigma, que significa palabra oscura o equivocada. So now we're gonna look at some examples. Bueno, ahora vamos a pasar a ver algunos ejemplos para que se den una idea de qué es y en qué consiste una enigma. So here we have an example of your book of Yes We Can. So the enigma are the Easter Island statues, which here we have an image of them, and they're in the same length as Chile, as we can see in the map above the image. So the location is in the South Pacific, 3,600 kilometers west of the continental Chile. Well, as I mentioned, here is the image. And facts related to the mystery. There are 887 huge monolithic statues known as Mao. Nobody knows for sure who put these statues there, as it's the most isolated inhabited island on Earth. Bueno, pues básicamente estas ideas dicen que pues nadie sabe quién exactamente posicionó estas grandes estatuas en esta isla, ya que este territorio no hay gente viviendo ahí. It's also the largest Moai weight, 84 tons. The estimated date of construction and statue carving is AD 1100 and 1600. The majority of the statues were still standing when explorer Jacob Roggeveen arrived in 1772. So the hypothesis is a commonly accepted theory of hypothesis, that is that the statues were carved by the ancestors of the modern Polynesian inhabitants, the Rapa Nui people. And the Rapa Nui people arrived from other Pacific islands because the island had trees and plenty of other resources. However, other theories suggest that they could have arrived from South America. Bueno, cuando tenemos un enigma, lo que hacemos es hacer una hipótesis de lo que creemos en base a puede ser unos estudios o unos análisis de lo que creemos que pues es lo correcto en base a esa idea. Bueno, ahora pasamos a la actividad. So now we're gonna look at the activity. So in this activity, we have 3 pictures, and you're gonna look at the pictures related to the enigmatic event and complete the sentence below. So first we have the crop circles, which they say that they are made by aliens. Then we have the Bermuda Triangle, which is in the middle of the ocean and there's no sign there. And then we have a female pilot, Amelia Earhart, which crossed the Atlantic Ocean. So the first one is, some people believe that crop circles were made by aliens. So based on that statement, I want you to say whether you think it's true, false, and why. So for me, I think it is true because we can't possibly be the only creatures alive in an infinite universe. So I don't know if you know, but from every star that there is in the sky, there's at least one planet. And when you look up, you see thousands of millions of stars. So I don't think we're the only ones, the only living creatures alive in the universe. So for me, I think this is true. And I think the government, the United States government, has a lot of information about this, about aliens, about life apart from Earth that they are not sharing with us. Number 2 is it is said that planes and ships disappear in this area. So what do you guys think about that? And I believe that it is true because number of planes and boats have been reported missing throughout the years when they go through this area. And actually, most of ships and planes avoid this area because of this. So the third one is Amelia was the first female pilot to fly across the Atlantic Ocean. She disappeared mysteriously over the Pacific Ocean in 1937. I think it is what happened. So for me, I don't know what you guys think, but I completely disagree. I think she disappeared probably because she crashed from a failure in her engine, or I don't know, she had bad luck and she probably crashed in the ocean or in land and she died because the plane caught on fire, and that's why they never found her. But I don't think she just disappeared out of nowhere. And that was the main activity of Yes We Can. If you want to do the rest of the activities, you can go to your book. And for homework, I want you guys to answer 3 questions to get to know how much you know. So they are discussed the questions. So the first one is, do you think enigmas can be solved? Number 2, what abilities do you think you need to explain and solve enigmas? Number 3, do you know any hypotheses about a famous enigma, and what are they? And that's all for today's presentation, and thank you very much.